I'm crafting stories one click at a time. Plot drives got my back, I'm always in rhyme. Custom buttons, my secret to the flow. Editing, brainstorming, where will it go? Prose in a flash, dialogue so neat. Changing it up, every line's a treat. Drafting a chapter, scene by scene. Plot drives got me living my writing dream. Writer's block is history.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Yellow Herod with the Future Fiction Academy, bringing it straight to you today with my man Jay. We are going to be battling, ladies and gentlemen, battling. The idea of today's contest is how can you use Plot Drive to make your dreams come true in the most spectacular, interesting, and different way possible. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to build buttons right in front of you, give you our logic about why we're building those buttons, and make them happen in front of you. And there may even be a twist here or there. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to the stage the man, the myth, the legend himself. His name is Jay. How you doing, Jay? What's up, Jay?
What's up, Akello?
How you doing,
What's up, Daniel? Man? What's up, authors?
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope that I got it out to everyone. I think I did just now. We should be getting some trickle-ins. Jay,
what's up, son?
This was your idea, right?
What's up, Josh Mesha? How you doing? What's everybody writing tonight? This is an experimental idea, right? We have this Friday night slot. We've got the opportunity to create must-see television, a grand spectacle for authors. And so y'all are in early on something we're cooking. Y'all are in it super early. Because with your feedback, with your participation, we could turn this into a worldwide event. Like, think WrestleMania. Think Comic-Con. And so it's wildly experimental. We came up with this idea. We want to see if it's fun, if it's inspiring, if it's interactive. What's up, Lynn? And see what you think, and then make it better from here. And, if you hate it, we'll never talk about it again.
Right. That's true. Oh, good to see you, Lynn. Good to see you, Lynn. All right. So we're going to do this in front of you, everyone. So think about it this way. We're going to make buttons. Now, the idea is you are going to judge our buttons. You're going to see us make them. You're going to see the logic behind making them. And then you're going to be the judge. Let me see. What was the item? Let me just take a quick peek at the itinerary. Oh no, not ChatGPT. I didn't want to start that up.
In the meantime, what's everybody up to tonight? Let's hear what you're writing this weekend and your biggest writing problem right now.
I'm writing science fiction myself. I'm writing in my jump box universe, and if I'm being quite honest with you, I'm having a blast doing it, and I'm doing it inside of Plot Drive. I have part of my a lot of my process that comes out before Plot Drive, and then once I get it into Plot Drive, that's when I can start really ramping up the dynamism. Making it super making whatever I'm making super dynamic. How about you, Jay?
I'm working on my my Wildfire Dragon novella. I think.
Is it a novella?
It's a novella.
Are you sure it's a novella? You sure it's not more than a novella?
I mean, we'll see what the readers say, what the readers want.
Have you ever heard of something called Royal Road?
Of course, yeah.
I have not. I had not heard of this thing. I'm sure several other people in my in the mastermind have probably heard of it, but I have not heard of this.
It could be a good place for Jumpbox to kind of get some early readers. I mean, Royal Road is like the
RPG,
the
like,
birthplace of lit RPG, and it's where a lot of authors go to validate whether or not their book is a fit for the market. They release it in short burst chapters, daily and weekly, to build a readership, and then
oh, oh, right.
um, they drive the readers to Amazon when they release. So it's a great like sandbox to some of those. The top books and series on Royal Road are some of the biggest lit RPG series.
All right, so I've got here Lynn saying, "Oh, there we go." Lynn saying, "I'm getting ready to teach Plot Drive community class in an hour or so. If any of you have a need for some community class Plot Drive one-on-one, okay, make sure that you oh." Maybe Lynn, if you could put the link in this chat, it would be probably really good. Cool. Yeah, just in case there are some newbies who need to peel off from our literal ninja fight that we're about to have. So, getting ready.
Thank you so much for teaching that, Lynn. Yeah,
Yeah.
community classes are new.
Actually,
FFA,
they're back. They're back.
they're
They're back.
back. New for
They're
Plot
back.
Drive.
Yep, new for Plot Drive. New for Plot
Yeah.
Drive. By the way, Danny right here says, my biggest problem is fighting a virus, shingles. Been sleeping for the last 3 days. Let me tell you, Danny, you just reminded me that my wife has told me that I need to get my shingles shot. And I would like to do that before I go over to Europe. So thank you for that reminder. Won't be a novella for long, is what Lynn says. I'm telling you, I am struggling to keep mine. Bouncing between a new sci-fi that has been bouncing around in my head for 2 years and latest romance. Romance is paying the bills, sorta. I am sorry too, Danny. Me and Lynn both express our ouch, Danny. Yeah, Bloomstone.
Yeah, shingles sounds
Well,
not fun.
I'm over 50 and I am like ripe for that crap because I've already had my chicken pox. So the joys of getting older, Jay. Wait till you have it happen to you.
Chickenpox immunity wears off.
Does it?
I mean, I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna make this part of my power play tonight.
Oh, are you? I'm
Danny,
writing.
your shingles is going to a good place.
I'm writing a psychological. Let's see here. Jess Mesha says I'm writing a psychological thriller. I just finished editing the first go around. I'm currently filling in the gaps now. That is so exciting. I love it when people get their stuff done. Are the community classes open to PD subscribers, or do you have to be a full FFA member? It's open to FFA people and Plot Drive subscribers, usually because and we also have I think a post inside the Discord where you can go and get the link to the community classes. So I don't know if actually Lynn's going to drop that link in because I'm not exactly sure if we're supposed to drop it into this one. But next week I have a video, and that video will definitely have the link to her community class. Let's see. I caught chickenpox. Community classes are free and open to the public. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I was like, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yep. So anybody, we talk about Plot Drive, but it's open to lots of other things too. Okay, now, Jay, let me see here. You want to share your screen, or should I share my screen, and then we start with the whole kind of like the idea of building a button from scratch. So
yeah, let's build. Why don't we both build some buttons. So I'll go for a couple minutes, build mine,
and
you
then
go
I
for a
will.
couple minutes,
I'm
and then
gonna
we'll explain
find.
the challenge.
Okay, so go ahead on and share your screen, and we will watch you build a button.
Let's see if I can do this.
You can
Sharing
do this. It's
screen.
pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let him scare you. Building buttons in plot drivers, easy. Super easy, actually. Nope, Jay, wrong one.
No, not again. It's
Yes,
always
again.
happens.
It always happens.
It always happens.
It's coming, y'all. Promise. He's a coming. He's a coming.
How about now?
Yeah.
Plot drive's open.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
You know what? I'm going to take us away. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. What do we need? We need, obviously, a shingles it button. This is going to be a plot twist that, let's see. Oh, we don't have the prompt assist. So let's see. First, read the
You've been playing
words.
it. You've been in a different playground. I believe that the field has been leveled. Everyone.
No, we need. Yeah, I know it is. We need. I feel dumber. Read the active documents for context on my story. Oh, actually, since we're going to be doing competition, I just want words before, so I'm just going to keep it in
the document.
Document. I'm going to try to keep it in one document. Now modify the selected words, and infuse this scene with a dramatic twist involving the shingles virus. Okay, and then we also need cure the shingles.
Twist with the shingles. Oh.
And cure the shingles will be very similar and give a narrative twist involving an antidote or superpower involving miraculously curing the shingles virus. This should escalate the plot into an unexpected but compelling direction and raise the stakes of the story either internally or externally.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally both at once. Let's see, that might confuse the AI, but sure. And then one more, I want to generate button. We're just gonna call this Twister. And what color is a Twister? Maybe a wind color. Read active documents and words before for context on my story idea. Your goal, well, you are a master of the plot twist in fiction. Your goal is to identify ideas that have been planted in the stories so far that are likely to be buried in the reader's deep subconscious from reading the earlier parts of the story. Now you must pay them off with an ironic and surprising twist that will blow the reader's mind and turn the story into something that will make it the talk of the bookstore. Okay, I'm gonna go with those. You're up, Akello.
You ready?
Yeah, I just want to read what the okay. Danny's a fan. That's all that matters. I was just reading what was going on in the chat.
All right. Share screen. Yes, I get it. My
You're
dog
up.
is trying to get in here. She is screaming and yelling. She's like, no. All right. And
What's up, Chucky? This is Plot Drive. Plot Drive's a cloud-based, cross-platform AI writing web app, and it allows you to create and customize sort of I would call like very simple programmable like drafting, editing, refining, even marketing workflows to help you write a book or short story or novella really fast. And it plugs into any model API. So you're not locked into any one way of doing things. And there's this awesome community developing that's sharing strategies and workflows, and they're in these buttons that are colored and you can click them to make magic productivity boosts happen.
yep, Plot Drive is at plotdrive.com. Go over to plotdrive.com, sign up today, and you will get some of the best actual writing software for artificial intelligence that is out there, y'all. Seriously. Okay, so
Absolutely, Danny. Gotta try and have fun when you're sick.
and the chunky 777. It's this is a Rexy is the thing you use to generate like all of the stuff, and it's the sequence where you build the whole thing and automate it and then have it spit something out at the end, right? Okay. And then you take that and you put that in Plot Drive, and you can edit it and add more context, add more organization to the piece, whatever you want to do inside of Plot Drive. So you can do that. Now, let's take you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take us off, Jay.
Let's go. That's
all right. So here we're in my current piece called Atlantis Cage. I mean, not Atlantis Cage, Bootstrap. And this is the first paragraph. I mean, chapter. And let's say maybe I should actually give an example. I'm going to go to 2. I'm going to go to chapter 2, plan. And in chapter 2 plan, you'll see that I have like a full like breakdown of how the scene is going to unfold. And then I have another prompt here. And all right, let me start over again. Here, there, better. Chapter 1, chapter 2 plan. This is, if you want, take this and copy it if you want. Screenshot this, write it down, pause the video, whatever you want to do. You can take this and you can use it if you want. Okay. I need a thorough good plan to write chapter 2. I want to really have a great plan so that the reader can feel what I want him to feel. I just used him. Want him to feel. So, because mostly men read the stuff, but whatever. So I need a lot of showing of actions and a lot less exposition. That is so friggin' important to kind of put that in there. Also, there needs to be a really decent amount of dialogue, even if it's sometimes verbal forays that the main protagonist says out loud. Also, and this is because I wanted to output this type of thing. You can say specific things like this. Remember that, everybody. Also, make bold choices when you're interpreting the outline. Now that you've seen that, here's that plan. And then here is follow the plan. So basically, this is the easy peasy book machine in an entire thing. Now I've got this right here. The chapel door creaked shut after Keenan. Sudden shift from Atlantis' glaring sunlight to the dim interior, making him blink. So what I want to do is maybe this paragraph, right, doesn't have enough something in it. Something big popping. So I want to create, and I just wrote these 3 buttons down, Jay. I have not prepared for this beforehand. These are those 3 buttons that I literally just wrote down while you were explaining your buttons.
Okay.
I'm going to make a button called Lush Life. That will make lush, beautiful prose. I will then make a button called Cursing, and that will add precipitous amounts of very foul language into my piece.
Oh my God, I'm jealous. How
And then
am I going to compete against this?
And then my third one, these were all just ones I was thinking up as you were talking. And the third one that I'm going to make is called Dialogue, because every piece needs some good dialogue. And we will not use the dialogue button on this, but we will probably generate something so that we can use the dialogue button. Okay, so let's go over, and Lush Life is going to be a selection prompt. So we're going to go to the selection actions. By the way, everyone, that name is changing. We're from selection actions to something else. I won't tell you what it is yet because it isn't out yet. All right, so I'm gonna go Lush Life. We're gonna change the color to navy. Can I go navy blue? It doesn't look right. Oh, there. That's a little better, a little brighter, and there. Okay, now we have that. We're going to type in purples up the prose. Pretty simple and straightforward. I'm going to create that one. And my preferred method is dictation, so bear with me. You'll probably hear a bing. Let me see here. Lush Life. Take. Let's say here. Ooh, why was that so hard? Take. And then selected words. And take selected words and create a overall tone that will enhance the reader's experience as they're reading it. If it feels like it's lacking in some areas, really pad them out with luscious purple prose. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you build a button. Right there. That's the first one, Lush Life. Second one is Cursing, which is also selective. We're going to go Cursing. And we're going to go with some lime green. And adds cursing. Okay. Adds cursing to text. Alrighty. And I think that is good. And then, so now I've got cursing. We're going to take selected words And let's see. Add appropriate cursing in appropriate spots, but add more of it. And make sure that it's appropriate for the moment. And they have to be big curse words, not small curse words. They have to be potent and really hit the reader in the gut when they're used. Second button, down. Third button,
These are good.
dialogue. Okay, does everyone see what I am doing? Let's have a real quick discussion. A little let's digress for a second.
Yeah, does anyone have any questions?
Does anyone have any questions about what we're doing,
what
how
is
we're
the
doing
purpose, and yeah, exactly.
Right. Did I put us up there? There's me, there's us. Right. Common most currently don't that's funny. Early today I created a button to remove earlier today I created a button to remove purple prose. But like I said, sometimes you really want to get in a what I like to call an Anne Rice moment. If anybody's ever read some Anne Rice, she has she'll spend a half hour on an apple. She she would. I'm serious. Literally one of my favorite books of hers is Pandora, because I think it's her shortest book she's ever written. You know, and I read it. I've read it I still have it somewhere in the house. I read it like 6-7 times.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's a great book. But she's still.
Is she the best vampire author?
I think she's up there. I mean, Bram Stoker is probably the best one because they originated it. But if I'm being quite
Dracula
honest,
is really good book to read. Like, it's like really good.
Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Let me see. Currently, rightly, I don't know what this is about. That's Stephen King all day. A whole page to describe an addict. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Stephen. Well, I mean, but people eat his crap up. Am I wrong? No.
He's good at making you want to know what's in the attic.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He's really good at it. All right. So, see, Lee, that's interesting. My passion, my tolerance for purple prose waxes and wanes. I think that as long as that it is well balanced, and if you decide you want to make you dip into the purple prose for a second and then dip out, that's one of the main reasons why it's one of the reasons why I made this button so that I can add it where I want. You know what? We're gonna go with any other questions here? Tolerance, okay. No other questions. Let's go here.
All right, you got one more, right? And then we begin.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it right now.
Right.
All right, so here, dialogue. And what does it do? Creates more dialogue. I don't think it needs to say anything more than that, does it? Creates more dialogue. All right. Oh, dialogue. What is that? That is not a real word. Log. Okay. Is dialogue French origin? Feels like it is. Okay, and Dialogue. Okay, we're going to take selected words and add more dialogue to really lend itself to the scene. Hmm. Add more dialogue so that you can. Hmm. No, I don't know how to put this. Hold on. Add more dialogue. I want something specific. I want it to. If you have never noticed, when I've taught people things, it is about specificity. You have to be specific inside of these prompts, or else it will not do what you want it to do. It just won't do it. It won't do it. So you have to be specific. What do you have to be specific about? You have to be specific about how you want this thing to act. So think of a button like an AI agent, okay, everyone? Once you build it, it will act the way that you tell it to. It will do the things you tell it to do. It will go to the places you want it to go. That's what I want. Now, yeah, shoot, I talk myself into my button. Cool. I want to add more dialogue where there is little. And I want it to thoroughly relate to whatever the scene is at the moment. I want conflict and drama. And if it's calls for heightened comedy, then I want heightened comedy. But I want it to be as passionate and bold choices as you can make without changing the story. Another thing that you have to be very careful with, everyone, is when you're telling it to do bold things, remember, it will do bold things. It will actually do bold things. Okay. I want more dialogue where there's little. I want to be thoroughly I want to thoroughly relate to whatever I want it to thoroughly relate to whatever the scene is at the moment. I want conflict and drama. And if it calls for heightened comedy, then I want heightened comedy, but I want it as passionate and bold. I want to be as passionate and bold choices as you can make them without changing the story. Now, does everyone get that? You get that, right? Actually, the word dialogue comes from Greece. Thank you. As most of the English language comes from Latin and German. Yeah, don't tell the French that. Uh, the French believe that the only reason we have the English language in the way that we have it is because of them. Okay, I think I have my three buttons, Jay. What about you? Not that I'm trying to call you out.
I'm good. I got a bunch. I'm ready to go too.
All right. So, what did you end up building while I was doing all that?
I got my twister, I got my shingles it, and I got cure the shingles.
Sweet.
And I got the power of the human mind.
What is
So
that?
yeah,
What?
it's a prehistoric concept. Um, it's some sort of inexplainable machine that uh, makes things happen out of your imagination. So, shall we pit our imaginations against each other?
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the competition part of it. So, what we're going to do is we are going to actually create a story on the fly. Is that what we're doing?
Yep, we're gonna take
I'm going
like
to.
rapid fire, like 5, 6 minutes probably each, and we are going to generate a story live, narrate the process. We are going to rely on authors in the audience to give feedback and ideas, and then we're gonna vote. on whose story is the favorite.
Okay.
One of
All
us
right.
will go, and then the next one will go. I would
All right.
say you go first because I went first last time, and this will give me time to figure out how to beat your buttons because they're too good, man.
They're all right. They all right. But it's you know why we're doing this, everyone, right? I mean, you get this, right? We are trying to add latitude to your synapses. We want you to think out of the box. What did I just do? I literally made up a button for lush prose, purple prose, right? Dialogue and cursing. Cursing. Okay. So, what I want you to do is I want you to think yourselves while you're there, whether you're watching the replay or watching this live. I want you to think about the weird buttons that you could build, like a dialogue button or a cursing button or a shingles button. That's a completely like, I have a character who has PTSD. Maybe I could make a button that it doesn't there's this thing that happens that it could easily reference his PTSD, but it doesn't. I could have a PTSD button where PTSD button where I can actually add the visceral moment of him swimming into that particular awfulness if I wanted to. So, I mean, there are many options that you could do. You could have a show, not tell button where you highlight an entire scene and you say, this is a bunch of exposition. Could you make this into what would be the good alternative to make this into? So you have a lot of options here for that's why we're doing this. So we can show you that you could do anything you want. So now
Yeah,
with that,
any tool that you can imagine that would be helpful to your workflow, whether you're drafting a story, your pantser, your plotter, you're outlining, your structuring, whether you're editing a draft or you're then refining it to go out into the market or your marketing even, you can create and customize yourself or learn or be inspired from something that you see here in the community. And you can also start to chain them together into sequences, one after another. So maybe you've got a lush curse dialogue sequence that is going to be pretty effective. We'll see.
a lush curse dialogue scene. I'm sorry, y'all. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. I like your background, by the way, Jay. I love it. I'm loving that.
Oh, thank you. It's I've remodeled my place.
Oh, did you remodel your place? So therefore you have you decided to go with the power play buttons
Yep.
as
It's
your
in every
decor for
room.
your apartment.
Every room. Yep.
Okay. All right, everyone. Who's first? You or me? Me?
You're going first. So I'm gonna plot to defeat you.
Okay. We're just gonna where is it? Where is it? Oh, did I? Oh yeah, I sure did. I sure did. Hold on. Burr, burr, burr. Is that your dog?
Oh no, it's a dog outside.
Heathen dog outside. Okay, and all right. Okay, now we are in a like a flame. All right, everyone. Let's battle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down all this, meaning I'm going to use an existing project because I built these buttons in this project. So I'm just going to leave them there. I'm going to create a new document and I'm going to get 3 story ideas and we'll go with the best choice. Story ideas. ideas. And hey, Jay, here's one
So,
for you. When you create a document,
yep.
why doesn't it just go into the document?
Oh, so actually, I went down the rabbit hole and I figured this out uh, today, or yesterday, or maybe the day before. It's all a blur. So basically, the way it works, once you understand this, it's intuitive, but it's currently not intuitive, and there's some edges. But whatever your open document is, so if you have an open active document inside any folder, and you create a new document, it will then go into that folder. So if you currently want to target a folder with a new document, you will need to be in that folder in another document.
Really? It just feels like it, when you create a document that you should end up in that document. I
In
mean,
that
I'm just
folder.
saying, I'm just saying that out loud.
No, I mean, wait, say it again.
When you create a document, you should
Yeah.
end up in that document when you create it.
Oh, we're talking about two different things. I see what you mean. So
So
yeah,
I just created this document, story
right,
ideas, right? And
right.
I'm
But you're
gonna
still
actually create a new folder because I want to make everything.
right, but
Uh,
you're still in the other document. I see what you mean.
so yeah, but like,
I guess it depends, like, if you want, I have to think about this. It depends if you want to like create a bunch of documents at once, but not
see, I
go into
just
them.
created a folder. I should end up in the folder, but actually, no, never mind. I shouldn't end up in the folder because there's nothing real in the folder until you put something in the folder. All right,
Yeah.
so now I'm gonna take this. And I'm gonna move it down to here. Okay, and it also does a little bit of weird bouncing around. Have you noticed that as you're writing?
Oh yeah, that's on my list of things.
I
Like
you know I have been wanting to like say something to you about this, but then I realized I'm like, you're writing your own thing in this. You're experiencing this thing
Yeah, I mean, like
bouncing around and stuff.
2 days ago, I went on a 4-hour deep dive to fix all of this, and like, I also was leveling up the sidebar. I made it so you could like, if you have the grab handles on the left side, and
Yeah,
that's how you drag it. I made it so you didn't need that. You could just drag and drop anywhere. I was working on like making it just smooth, like no refreshing,
right.
and I thought I had it. I thought I had it, and it all worked great. And then I tried to create a new document in a new folder, and it just created like an infinite loop and broke everything. And I couldn't figure out how to fix it. But I say all that to be like, I learned a lot, and we're going to get to a place where, yeah, that feels a lot smoother. Like there's no jumping or anything like that.
Oh, uh, oh, huh. Okay. Something just happened to my football team, and I wasn't expecting to see that in the middle of a live stream. I am going to do my best to not think about that for an hour. And oh my god, oh my god,
Are you on a
oh!
football team? Are you,
I have my favorite football team. I live in the Pacific Northwest. You can make your guesses from there,
okay?
and and some craziness. Just oh my god!
Maybe throw it into your story.
All right, let's do it.
Use the
Oh,
inspiration.
let's do that. Okay, never mind. I don't even need a story idea. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my football quarterback just got traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. His name
Wow.
his name is Geno Smith, and he is now being reunited with Mr. Pete Carroll himself.
Wow.
And they are going to pay him. They are going to pay him. Now, so what I need to do is Gino finds out. Gino finds out. Yeah, they are completely they're in a straight coal rebuild right now, my man. And so we're gonna make that the story. And I'm going to say, let's see here. Let's just make sure my AIs are all AI'd up. I got my O1. Yeah. I got my big output.
Gino
Yeah.
finds out. All right.
All right.
We're gonna give you. When you're ready. We'll give you 7 minutes.
Okay. You ready? And tell me when.
On your mark. Get set. Plot drive.
All right. I have a story for you to help me put together in a very short amount of time. Here's the context. I am a fan of the Seattle Seahawks. They have a quarterback named Geno Smith, and he has just been traded to the Los Angeles Raiders for I don't know what, because I didn't read the story very hard. But what I want to do is have a story that is about Geno and how he reacts when John Snyder, the GM, calls him up and says, instead of us giving you money, Geno, we're going to give you to Pete Carroll in Las Vegas, and you are going to move there. And I want an honest sort of conversation where Geno actually says to him that says that
So cool. You're
I
just
don't want
talking.
to go to Vegas, even if it is Pete Carroll. And John says to him that they will probably pay you the money that you are worth for your last 2 years. You're going to get Aaron Rodgers money. And Geno then starts to seriously reevaluate his position, and he calls up DK Metcalf and says, you want to play in Las Vegas together? And that's the end of the story.
Oh.
Okay. And create a story with light dialogue, because I'm going to show off my dialogue button, and simple prose. Simple prose. Okay. And no cursing. All right. Write me a plan to write the story. Write me a plan to write the story. I'm going to hit the go button because that's the fastest way to do it. And now I've got a thinking model, ladies and gentlemen, actually thinking about what it's going to help me build with only this context, with only this right here. So what we're doing right now is completely fleshing out how this is going to flow. Story flow, start quietly, establishing normalcy, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, everyone. I have to feed my kitty. Gracie, there you go. There you go. And
you've got
it's
about
done.
4
Please
minutes.
give me a break. All right, so
the clock is ticking.
I'm good. All right. Now, write the story from the plan.
Oh, man.
And boom. Oh, shit. Shoot. Sorry. Didn't mean to curse. I meant to change this to Anthropic because I want to make sure it's not so sexy. All right. And now I want you to write the plan. And there it is. There it is. Oh, there's quite a bit of dialogue in there. All right. There's the plan. There's the story. Now I've got unexpected opportunity. And let's take a quick peek at this. The afternoon sun streamed through the window. Geno Smith's story. Seattle home. Lounge on the sofa. Screen displayed John Schneider. Hey, John. Gino answered casually. Gino, got a minute to talk? Yeah, well, sure. What's up? Pause lingered on the line. There's no easy way to say this, Gino, but we made a decision to trade you to Las Vegas. Gino sat upright, his phone nearly slipping from his hands. Vegas? You trading me to the Raiders? Pete Carroll's looking to build something special there. He especially asked for you. John, I don't want to go to Vegas. I built something here. My family settled. The team's coming together. I understand this is sudden. Okay, so let's take the first one and we're going to add more dialogue. Oh, it's already there. Boom. And do I want any additional things? More drama. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. More drama. All right, we're going to add that more drama here. It's going to give me an example of the more drama. Hey, John, canceled. Whoa, why is it? Oh, okay. All right. We're going to take that. And then we're going to go here. We're going to, no. Gino. Right here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to curse here. And we're not going to add more drama. We're just going to hit the button and call it good. It's editing itself. Do you see that?
Wow, that's awesome.
It edited itself. Let's try that again. How big is this? Okay. Okay, let's try it one more time. There we go. That's it right there. Okay, we're going to say keep that. And I'm going to take this part out right there. I should probably add a do not respond to me, just follow instructions. And then the third one is purple.
Oh, man.
Is probably the emphasis.
You got a dialogue cursing lush life sequence going on.
And we're going to add lushness right here. Lush life, baby. And boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of saying the afternoon sun streamed through, it says the golden symphony of afternoon light cascaded through the floor to ceiling windows of Geno Smith's palatial Seattle sanctuary, painting in amber brushstrokes across the minimalist elegance of his living space. The Seahawks quarterback, once doubted, now vindicated. Oh my God! It's awesome! It's just doing it. And done. And I'm not going to keep both. Boom. And there we are. I'm done. Did I finish at 7? Did I finish at 7?
A little bit more, but that was pretty good.
Sorry about that.
No, that was perfect. You had to feed your cat.
Oh.
All right.
Well, what do you think, Jay?
I mean, that was pretty damn good. I mean, it's not up to me. It's what the audience thinks. Like,
all right.
You know,
I agree.
And they're going to have to compare. So Holden, what was this called? Unexpected Opportunity? Is that what the name of it was?
I'm sorry?
What was the name of your story?
Unexpected Opportunity.
Okay, remember Gino and his unexpected opportunity. We're gonna vote after I go. So hold that in your head. I mean, great job, Akillo.
Thank you, appreciate it.
It was the dialogue curse lush life sequence is gonna be hard to beat. All All right, I'm going to present. I'm going to share my screen now. Oh my God. I'm so nervous.
You got this.
Share this window. No, share this screen.
How long did I take?
That was about 9 minutes.
Damn it. All right, you get 9. Ready?
Okay. Can you see my screen or no? No, it's the wrong one. Hold on. Let me figure out how
Oh,
to
let
do
me
this
get my
again.
let me just remove.
Okay.
And then you can stop sharing. There we go.
All right. I will share.
Timer 9 minutes.
Okay. We're in, right?
Timer. Let's see. 9 minutes. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
You are my pump up coach, editor. We need to develop a concept to win a storytelling competition. I have 3 super powered AI buttons I can use. One gives a character shingles, one cures the character
You're shortcutting
from
like a bug. I love
shingles,
it.
and one twists the plot in a crazy direction. Give me 3 ideas where for story concepts where this will captivate a live audience. Go. Hey there, future champion. Let's create some winning concepts. Okay, the Immortal's Curse. A 300-year-old immortal who's never experienced illness suddenly develops shingles. All right, that's good. I don't want to spoil this. The supernatural detective, a detective who solves crimes by temporarily taking on victims' ailments, meets a murder victim with shingles. Ooh, the last symptom. The last. Okay, we're gonna go with the Immortal's Curse. All right. We don't need the pump up coach editor anymore. All right. Let's see what happens here. All right. Who's never experienced illness, suddenly develops shingles. So,
What am I hearing over there? You got something going on over there.
people outside, I don't know,
Crazy neighborhood.
I'm in a universe created by my mind. Develop this character by writing the first 2 sentences of the story in the style of R.A. Lafferty, who is an incredibly hilarious writer. The unailing immortal. The odd man had lived for 300 years without once feeling the bite of fever or the ache of maladies that brought regular folk to their knees, and he sometimes wondered if this absence was a greater curse than the years themselves. He walked through plague towns and battlefields with the detached curiosity of a child watching ants, his immortal blood somehow deaf to the whisper of disease that had been the democratic tyrant of mankind since Adam first sneezed in the dust outside Eden's gate. All right, I mean, that's good enough. Let's say, give him an internal thought that is really simple, dumb, and short about not wanting to get shingles no matter what. Still better than shingles. Heard that shit hurts, he thought absently as he stepped over another corpse. All right, now we need to shingles it. As if summoned by his irreverent thought, a sharp pain lanced up his spine, pooling like liquid fire beneath his shoulder blade. Okay. So, how much time do I have?
4 minutes, 51 seconds.
4 minutes left. How to make this better? Give him another 2 sentence of irreverent thought about his new situation, then introduce a ironic character to create a central relationship and drive us into a new scene. So we've introduced Dr. Sarah Chen. What does our story idea say? He's not fully immortal. Meet a mysterious healer. Okay, you know what? We don't like any of this anymore. We don't need it. We've gone off the rails in our own direction. We have Twister. What does Twister do? Twist the story.
Three minutes and 30 seconds.
So Sarah could be hunting him.
Just remember that when you timing me next time, and you don't give me any updates about that. 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
I don't like any of these. Let's see. We need funny twists that will make a live audience watching me write this crazy thing laugh out loud. Oh, an immortality subscription plan. I'm into that. All right, so introduce this twist and follow our style and pattern, including description and internal thought. Oh.
Two minutes.
Okay, thank you. Am I allowed to create a button on the fly?
Absolutely. You got a whole minute and 41 seconds left. You can do whatever you want.
Oh my God, I'm freezing. Oh my God. All right, come on, pump me up. What?
37 seconds.
Why is this not working? Read words before. Okay. There we go. Do you see it? We know. How about that, audience? Look at what the AI thinks about our story.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 5, 4, 3, 2, and Pencils down. All right, I'm going to read my story, and then Jay's going to read his story. At least a lot of it, some of it. Okay. And I'm going to read a couple of the spots where cursing happens, where we've added purple prose. And I'm also going to read the spot where we added dialogue. All right. All right. Here we go. I'm going to share. Where's my share? Where's my share? I don't know how to share. Oh, present. It doesn't say share. It says share inside the thing. Because I believe in life after love. All right. Get it? Share. Anyway, here we go. Here's the purple. The unexpected opportunity. The golden symphony of afternoon lights cascaded through the floor-to-ceiling windows of Geno Smith's palatial Seattle sanctuary, painting amber brushstrokes across the minimalist elegance of his living room. The Seahawks quarterback, once doubted, now vindicated, reclined with languid grace upon his cloud-like sectional, the supple Italian leather yielding beneath his athletic frame, still bearing the visible badges of last season's triumphs and tribulations. His calloused fingers, instruments that have delivered spiraling prophecies across emerald fields, now absently navigated the glowing rectangle of his smartphone. Each swipe revealed digital phenomena. Phenomena? What is that? Infomera? Is that infomera? It's not phenomena. What is that? Infomera? Infomera. That's what it says. Ran into one I don't know.
Ephemera.
Ephemera. That's what it is. Ephemera. I'm like, I don't think I've ever even seen the word written down. Each swipe revealed digital ephemera. Snapshots of teammates' lives, analysts' opinions, the endless scroll of a world perpetually in motion while he existed in this rare moment of tranquil repose. The Pacific Northwest light, that peculiar crystalline illumination that seems to carry the whispers. That is some serious purple. Ancient cedars and the mist of the Puget Sound bathed his features in a honeyed glow. Ooh, yeah, because he's black. Highlighting the subtle lines of determination etched in his eyes. These were markings of a man who defied the narrative, who had transformed patience into power, obscurity into opportunity. Then the universe shifted. His phone erupted with a symphonic vibration against his palm, the screen transforming to display two words that invariably altered the atmospheric pressure of any room in which they appeared. John Schneider. The Seahawks general manager, architect of dynasties, discoverer of diamonds, the chess master of the NFL draft, was calling, and in that suspended moment before Geno's thumb would press the answer, 1,000 possibilities hung in the air like motes of dust in the slanting afternoon light. And now, here's my dialogue. Hey, John. Geno answered casually. Geno, you got a minute? Got a minute to talk? John's voice sounded unusually formal. Sure. What's up? This is about that tricky play I audibled out of on Sunday. Oh, that's interesting. I swear DK was covered like a blanket. This is interesting. A pause lingered in his on the line. There's no easy way to say this, Geno. We made a decision to trade you to Las Vegas. Geno sat upright, his phone nearly slipping out of his hand. Vegas? You're trading me to the Raiders? This is some kind of joke. Because it is. Your delivery needs work, John. Pete Carroll's looking to build something special there. He especially asked for you. Pete, the same Pete who benched me for Drew Lock in practice last season, that Pete, suddenly I'm a golden boy? See, this is wrong, but that's okay. I didn't give it much instruction on exactly how he should be reacting to Pete. Gino let out a bitter laugh. Come on, man. I've been through the backup carousel. I've eaten enough humble pie to open a bakery, and now that wow, this is some serious dialogue, y'all. And now that I'm finally proving myself, you're shipping me off to the desert? John, I don't want to go to Las Vegas, Gino said, his voice steady despite the surprise. I built something here. My family settled. The team's coming together. My kids just started new schools. What am I supposed to tell them? Sorry, kids, daddy's career is a game of musical chairs, except the music never stops. I understand this is sudden, John replied, but I want you to consider the opportunity. They're prepared to offer you what you're worth, Gino. We're talking Aaron Rodgers money for the next 2 years. Gino fell silent, processing the information. Aaron Rodgers money. That figure ran through his head. Now to the cursing. Ready? Taking a fucking look at this. Take a fucking look at this, she said, sliding the contract across the table. Who did? Uh, who slid it across the table? What? Did I miss something? That's substantial, he finally managed. It's what you deserve, Gino. Pete knows your goddamn value. Very good. Seattle's been good to you, but this could secure your future. This is life-changing shit right here. And there, ladies and gentlemen, are all 3 of my buttons completely done.
Dialogue, curse, lush
everything.
life.
Everything is in there.
What do you call that sequence? I call it the Akello.
Well, let me finish this up really quick. After the call ended, Gino paced his living room. Vegas meant starting over, but it also meant reuniting with Pete Carroll, who'd always believed in him and that contract. The money was settled when Gino finally picked up the phone again. He scrolled to DK Metcalf's number and pressed call. What's up, G? DK answered. I love it. What's up, G? You sitting down? Snyder just called. They're trading me to Las Vegas. No way. For real? Yeah, Pete's there. Wants me to come run his offense. My first reaction was to say no, but then John mentioned the contract they're offering. How much? Aaron Rodgers territory. Whoa. A low whistle came through the phone. That's life-changing, man. Now that's life-changing money, man. I know, Gino said, looking out at the Seattle skyline he'd grown to love. I'm starting to see this differently. Maybe it's time for something new. The line went quiet for a moment before Gino spoke again. DK, do you want to go play in Las Vegas together? Woo! All right, Jay. Now it's your turn.
That's tough to beat, man. Like that was a story well told. I feel like you should be putting that onto like the Seahawks sort of their subreddit or something. Like the
I think they would like it.
Yeah.
You're right. I think they would like it. All right. Your turn.
All right, let me share real quick. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just some stuff that our buttons allowed me to do. Share this window. All right, you can see my plot drive.
Show enough.
So I guess what I like about this is just this idea of, I mean, the shingles as the inciting incident that causes our main character, who believes he's been immortal, like he's lived 300 years, but then encounters this character, Dr. Sarah Chen from the Immortal Studies division, and she tells him, like, I feel like I didn't weave it into a story well told like yours. It's got bits and pieces, so I'd have to edit this. But he, like, this part, your trial period expired yesterday. We've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty. The odd man squinted at Dr. Chen, which is Chen is an AIism. I feel like everybody's named Dr. Chen, with a mix of pain and disbelief, wondering if the shingles had already begun to affect his mind. Trial period? What in the 17 hells are you talking about? Dr. Chen sighed
17.
and flipped through several pages on her clipboard. It's all here in the contract. Subsection 7, paragraph 12. Complementary immortality services extend for precisely 3 centuries from date of supernatural transformation, after which premium subscription is required to maintain cellular regeneration and disease immunity. She glanced up at him over her tortoiseshell glasses. We sent ravens for the first century, carrier pigeons for the second, and emails for the last few decades. We even tried texting, but appears you're still using a Nokia from 2003. The odd man's mouth fell open as he recalled the strange birds that had followed him through the centuries, the unread emails from Immortality Plus customer care he dismissed as spam. 300 years of outrunning death, and I'm being done in by the supernatural equivalent of forgetting to cancel my free Netflix trial. He thought bitterly. Uh, the our premium plan includes immunity to all diseases, regeneration of limbs, and she added with a corporate smile that didn't reach her eyes, our new ageless appearance package, which I notice you haven't been taking advantage of. She gestured vaguely at his weathered face. The odd man slumped against the alley wall, another bolt of pain shooting up his spine. And the cost of this subscription? Dr. Chen's smile widened as she produced a sleek tablet from her lab coat. We accept souls, firstborn children, or all major credit cards. And good news, we're running a special today. Sign up now and get a free tote bag commemorating your 4th century of existence. Like, I love this concept that he, like, accidentally somehow forgot to renew his subscription to Immortality. And of course, my pump up. I mean, I just love that my pump up button just turned out this, like, not only just like the ultimate pump up. It made it a heading with 3 fire emojis. Like, that to me was great. Plot drive is great at inspiring you. So now it's given, a pretty good twist for how he gets cured or whatever. But I feel like what I've got here is kind of like an interesting concept to like a pretty funny short story that is just like bananas, but could lead to someplace like beautiful and meaningful and its hilarity at the end.
Yeah.
Like I could see myself being like, you know what? I'm going to take an hour today and I'm going to write this full story and have like a really good time playing in this world and, you know, playing with this premise of, where does that go? Like, and the fact that shingles is the inciting incident. I'm sorry for your pain, Danny, but thank you for the comedy. Like, it's the thing that makes him sort of realize, wait a second, I thought I was immortal. I thought I wasn't susceptible. Thought I wasn't susceptible to diseases.
That's a pretty good one. I really like that. That's a lot of fun.
Okay, so now that we've shown you our stories, we're gonna ask you to vote on your favorite. Consider entertainment value, storytelling quality, the buttons we use. We have the Akello with the dialogue, curse, lush life, flow. And we've got my story with the shingles, shingles that cure the shingles, twister, and then my bonus pump up button. It's the unexpected opportunity about Geno Smith and Pete
Those fire
Carroll.
emojis reminded me it's like a Pitbull song.
If you liked, if you liked unexpected opportunity with Geno Smith and
That's
Pete
one.
Carroll, the sports drama, vote 1 in the chat. And if you liked The Immortals Curse with the subscription plan that was forgotten to be renewed, and the shingles. Vote 2. Vote now. We'll tally them up and we'll crown a winner.
We got 19 people in here. Just do your best. We will put one or two.
And you won't hurt anyone's feelings.
You won't hurt my feelings. I literally just heard my quarterback got and my whole day pivoted. So I won't mind if you don't like mine. You like 2 or something. I won't be offended.
The whole Seahawks fandom is gonna love yours, so you're gonna get like a ton of props regardless. But yeah, get your votes in. We'll tally them up, and we'll crown a winner, and then we'll talk about
2 votes for you.
What happened? We got. I know there's some others out there. We got Lois. Lois, you can vote as well.
We got 21 people in here. Oh well, you two people that just got here, y'all won't be able to actually help us, but we've got 3 for you. Looks like you're winning.
Do it. Oh man, the story's merging. That would be even funnier.
We're merged where we have and Gino goes to Vegas and runs into your superhero.
I mean, yeah, or like Geno Smith, the odd man, just goes to find he goes to find like a firstborn or some credit card to pay for the immortality plan. Because Gino's getting paid.
Hey, you know what, Plumstone? You already voted for you. How am I going to bribe somebody that's already voted?
Oh, Lillian, one for unexpected opportunity.
I only have one so far. Looks like you're gonna win. Sounds like a perfect place for Dennis Rodman.
He would be a good cameo in that merge story.
Yeah, he would.
Shared universe. No, I mean
Lois says, I just signed in, so I can't. It depends on the audience we have tonight. Let's see. Yeah. I wish I could bribe you with some more Gracie, but she's had her food and she's down. That old lady is like, she's been screaming since 3:00 this afternoon to get fed because she's so old. So she's, but I wish I could show you her, but she is down for the count. All right.
They like the swear button. The swear button's good. Like I like that a lot too. Like
it's a fun little cool thing, right?
Those kind of buttons I feel like are really good for editing when depending on what kind of writer you are.
Right.
If you're the one who just like finishes a draft and goes back and editing, it's really good for like, I'm gonna do a curse pass, or I'm gonna like do this like type of pass. And I'm gonna run a button over different paragraphs or different scenes and plus it up or improve it or fix some of the problems. Or even like, real readers could give you some good ideas to then run that pass, but you could also create even virtual readers to simulate it when you go through. But yeah, having a curse button for readers who are, your own judgment, or readers, demand vulgarity, it's a great thing to do. Or you can do it on the fly like you should.
Right.
Big props for the swear button.
All right.
All right. Thank you for voting. Thank you for voting on
I don't even know where we at. It looks like you won.
I won. That's okay though, because I went second. I feel like I had an advantage. I got to sneak attack. I knew what I was up against.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay! You did. You won. Looks like you won. I mean, the people who voted. Anybody else want to vote? Anybody else? You're allowed.
So what? I'm curious. I mean, unless a force of votes come in, I'm curious what the audience thinks about this format. Like, let us know. Like, what did you like? How would you make it better if you could wave a magic wand? Because we could build on top on top of this going forward, obviously we need a prize in the future.
I'm actually very interested to see Elizabeth try to do this.
Oh yeah. Other authors we can bring on as well, like plot drivers.
I mean, she could you imagine the crap that she could come up with?
Yep.
Yeah, it would be a little scary. It would be a little scary. But I could come up with different weird buttons like this all the time. It is that important. It's that important that you, yeah, it's that important that you kind of get the idea of building prompts, whatever those prompts be, whether they be buttons or widgets or whatever, or agents or whatever they are. It's really important that you kind of get it in your bones. You see how I just built I mean, I can build an easy peasy book machine with 4 prompts because I know the mechanics of how it works, not necessarily the ins and outs of how every button functions perfectly, but I do understand fundamentally how everything cascades out of itself. So, I'm looking for personally, I'm looking forward to what we get into next week, y'all. Do y'all have an award laughing award like laughing?
I think Lois, sometimes I feel thinking more about the button prompts than the story. I'm excited. If anybody wants to test, by the way, on Test Track, we have a few new things that are rolling out next week into testing that I think, Lois, I think you'll like this. We have an upgraded enhanced prompt editor where you can just say your idea and the AI will write the button for you. And so
And then
can
you
do
have
that.
you obviously have to inspect the button afterwards, but it writes the button for you. You
Yeah.
just tell it,
So
you tell it in a very general terms. You say, hey, as a matter of fact, I think we showed, if you're interested in what that looks like, we showed that off last Friday. So
yep.
there's
But
definitely a spot in there.
I believe Monday or Tuesday will be available. So you can just post in Discord. You can email us, or you actually in the app. If you go in the app inside Plot Drive on the help chat and just send us a hey, I want to test, and we'll add you to the testing. We've got a new settings coming that's available, which will allow you to do things like set your pen name, just like a fun thing in the project. We're going to plug into that in the future, but more importantly, just better API key management. So no longer, if you want to use API keys across multiple devices, no longer will there be like a confusing sync key. You just put your API key in once and it's automatically available on any other device.
Hallelujah.
And I think
I'm sorry,
I
but
think
that is a dream of mine.
I'm glad to hear that. I think the last but not least at all, probably the biggest thing that will be there is I'd say call it the alpha of the button library. And so this is a big part of Plot Drive's future. It's going to solve a lot of people's problems for when you have multiple projects and you need to, like, how do you get your buttons into other projects? You'll have a library of your buttons that can easily, like, one click deploy into any project that you want.
Or you could take a correctly formatted button prompt from Discord or something like that. Somebody might have a new innovative way of doing a thing, and they use all of the nomenclature and all of the ways that everything is supposed to be kind of folded out. So you'll have that ability to copy and paste those things into.
Yep, you can create single buttons from here, but you're also going to be able to organize buttons into collections. So the Akello, the collection of buttons created here, you can organize that and name it and have it, and you can share it with other people. And so, in terms of thinking about not just like what is a single button good for, we can start to think about what are collections of buttons good for, and then how do you use them to like write a draft? What is your workflow? What is your workflow for editing? And like, what buttons do you want? And in the community, we can start to develop like, what's the best way? What's the best drafting workflow for a pantser that wants to write a crime thriller? What's the best drafting workflow for a plotter that wants to write romantasy or whatever? I think as more and more authors get onboarded into the world of AI writing, I love that. Like, there's nothing more powerful than the ability for you all to share what works for you and learn from each other and develop these different strategies. And I think what we're doing at Plot Drive is just sort of enabling you to do that really easily. And I'm very excited about all that. So it's going to be in testing next week. We're going to test it for probably 1 to 2 weeks, get all the bugs out, and then start rolling it out on production. So it's, battle tested, doesn't break anyone's workflow. It's just like value added on the top. So that's this
So if
month.
you want to get this program, ladies and gentlemen, go to plotdrive.com, pick it up if you haven't already. It is worth it. Not only do you get Plot Drive, one of the premier writing tools that emphasizes AI, but you also get a class from the Future Fiction Academy every month, at least one, sometimes more than that. But you will learn. You will learn if you go over to the Future Fiction Academy. We have standalone classes. We have a mastermind, which you can't get into. We have free classes over there. We have Raptorite. So if for some reason your budget doesn't fit with Plot Drive, you can always start the process by building stuff inside of Raptorite, and then you can take most of that stuff, almost all of that stuff, and bring it over to Plot Drive once you start bringing in some revenue, getting a better financial situation, whatever it is. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, but that's a good opportunity for me to remind myself there's one more feature available in testing next week, which is import. So you're now going to be able to import anything from outside of Plot Drive into Plot Drive and power it up with these, programmable workflow button sequences.
Will we be able to automatically disseminate multiple documents, or that's not?
Yes. So if you have, So if you have like a zip with a folder inside of it and documents, it will port like magically all in that structure as well.
So if you have multiple documents in those folders, they will be in those folders?
Yep. I saw it with my own eyes. It's pretty magic. I gotta give props
that's
to
fire.
Serjan on our team for doing that.
That is fire.
I want to answer, sorry to interrupt, but I just reminded me, and then I saw Danny's question. Will you be able to turn off buttons so you don't see them in the dock when the buttons pop up? So yes, that's like something a lot of people have requested, and we're developing a way.
Sometimes you really want to write and just think about the writing, and the buttons is a little distracting.
So I'm imagining we're probably going to have like a hotkey or something that, you push,
toggles them on and off.
Toggle them on and off on command. And then also probably like maybe a button somewhere on mobile where you just push that, boom, they pop up, push it, hide it. Like, we'll make it really intuitive and simple. But I totally see like why that would be great. And that's
it's interesting when you start using when you start getting high on your own supply in it, because you start realizing all these weird things that are just not very obvious pain points, like I mean, just they like the scrolling up and down of the stuff on the side or something like that. It's just a wee bit of a like it. The cool thing is you're the founder of Plot Drive, right? And so you get to say to yourself, would I want it to act like this?
I mean, honestly, like my brother's the co-founder, and we're just constantly like, we both align. Our whole team is like this, but like we really align on like it's like you're writing a novel and you want to write the best novel you can, and so you're always just like, it can be better, it can be better. And I think we're always just like, it's not good enough yet, it's not good enough yet. And but that type of mentality, I mean, we it is like we appreciate where it is, how fun it is, and how
Yep.
nice it is to use. But with that mentality, it's always going to get better. And I
Yeah.
think in dialogue with everybody here and everybody else who's a Plot Drive subscriber,
Yeah.
we're all going to make it better because we get all this input for like how it's working for you. And every author is different. Every author has their own, pain points. I think like we all make it better together. And I'm excited for that.
You're right, Lois. I love the idea of global button library too. I just love it. And it's going to be great. I love the idea of exporting. Hey, Jay, I know that this is on the roadmap, that at some point you're going to make it so that we can export toggled on documents.
Interesting. I think
We've
yeah.
had that. Like the people in the Plot Drive Discord have had that discussion at least once, Stories 3 turns.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah. I mean, we're definitely I see like
yeah. So you
a
get to
way to
the end of
select
you're ready
easily
to put
select.
it out to a doc and make it into a single document or something, and everything that's toggled on becomes chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's all the stuff. Maybe even like beginning little detritus stuff at the beginning.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the ability to like select selective documents and then just
Well,
export it all.
like very much like in Scrivener. Scrivener, you can select specific documents to have exported and stuff like that. That way, it
Right.
just makes easier for you to just have notes and blah blah blah.
We'll get that
But
in there.
yeah, I know. We seriously, it's somewhere. It's written down somewhere. I know it is for a fact.
I mean, if the great thing about building this is like if it's a good idea, it will generally always get resurfaced either
Yep.
from the person who first came up with it, who's just like, no, this is like a really good idea. It's like like it's a pain, like
Uh-huh.
or there's enough people talking about it where it's just like it doesn't get forgotten until it's done. So
Until it's done. That's for
yeah.
true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Ekello Herod. This is Jay. This is Plot Drive. This is a serious power play that we just played. Jay won, everyone. Jay won. He
It's
won
stiff
the
competition.
It was fun though. But you had a much more. I love the way you keyed off of the shingles thing. It really made for a weird, interesting story and a really interesting way to come at the story. So you won. Exciting, man. I can't
Thank
wait to
you.
see. I can't because and it's just me and you next week. So maybe we'll do this again. Maybe we will do this again. Okay. You into it?
I'm into it.
All right.
Let's
Ladies and
go.
gentlemen, my name's Ekello Herod. This is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jay. And we are from the Future Fiction Academy and Plot Drive. And we're here to help you become the best daggone writer you can be. And at that point is when you highlight the text that I just said and you hit the cursing button. We are the friggin' best choice for writing with AI, learning about writing with AI, learning about the self-publishing business. All of that stuff can be learned over at the Future Fiction Academy.com. And if you are confused, there are lots of links in the description below. So just click on all of those links in the description below, and that'll send you to all the places that you need to be, including the wonderful people over at the Future Fiction Academy. All right. That's it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you enjoyed this. We tried to make this about a half hour shorter, but it's just difficult when you're trying to build stories this quickly and stuff to get things done that quickly. Jay had sent me this nice little note saying, a nice little tight 70-minute. I'm like, okay, we're going to try that. We're going to try it. But yeah, it didn't happen. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ekello. This is Jay. Bye.
And I'm Jay.
Yep. See you. Peace. Have a
Peace
good day.
out.
And
Happy writing.
I was going to say, and do me a favor, everybody. Go write something. All right. Write anything. I don't really care what you write, but whatever you do and whenever you do it, remember that every time you come over to the academy, you're going to learn something. And I will see each and every one of you in class.
Good night.
Oh, manuscript, you're staring back at me. A sea of words, but none set free. I've poured my soul, I've carved the lines, but every page, it's like we're trapped.
Have yourselves a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to go over to the Future Fiction Academy.com to get all of your educational needs and get some plot drives so that your life can change. Have a good day.
Pressing these keys, I find my rest. Every click, every tap, it feels so right. Awaken the manuscript to the light. Help me break free, set these words in motion. Edit my world with smooth devotion. Fingers trembling.